Let's talk about the memoir Solito by Javier Zamora. This is a story that's going to focus on a particular time period for the author. Javier was born in El Salvador, and he spent most of his early life with his grandparents because his parents immigrated to the United States. At the age of 9, they determined that it was finally time for him to join them. And starting off the journey with his grandfather, he then meets up with other people and the coyote who's going to help transport him across multiple borders, including Mexico, into the United States so he can be reunited with his parents. This is a journey about an illegal immigration and all the dangers that came with it. And given what's going on politically right now, that's what makes this and other stories like this such an important read. That being said, the narrative choice or writing style that the author makes, which is to really position this within his 9-year-old mind frame, may make it a little bit more difficult for people to read because he comes off as a 9-year-old, so naive and so unprepared for the reality of what he's going through and what is being asked of him. At times, that can be frustrating because since his knowledge is limited to what he can understand, there's not going to be a lot of answers. And there might be times when you're like, why is he focused in on the wrong things? And that's because he was trying to take care of those needs that up to that point were addressed by all the adults around him. This is a story that I'm sure many other children in this situation can identify with, losing their childhood, being forced to grow up in circumstances that no one should have to experience, but will in order to be with those loved ones and in an area that might give them better opportunities. Now, y'all know me when it comes to reviews. I don't want to give too much spoilers, but let's be real, because this is memoir, we know that in the end he makes it out at least well enough in order to write his story. It wasn't until I was trying to follow up on the other people that was around him, the ones that ended up becoming his surrogate family after his grandfather had to leave him in the hands of complete strangers. It was when I was trying to follow up on their stories that I definitely broke down. I don't know about y'all, but if you read this and if you looked up what happened or what we know about the character Chino, I'm sure I wasn't the only one who broke down in hysterical sobbing. This is an emotional read because of the reality that we and so many people are living in, and it should be one that everyone picks up so that way it further solidifies the argument that immigration journeys should be treated as a right and with dignity, something that we're certainly not seeing with this current administration.